All right, hi, I'm Rachel Belgiorno. I cannot wait to show you this restaurant and brewery. This is Josh, the proprietor of this magnificent 6 acres of goodness, and I'm excited to show them to you. So what do you say? We get started?
Yep.
Well, there's no better way to get started than at the farm. First, let's start right here where it all began along the side of M46.
Okay, and while we're here, I really want you to tell us a little bit of the history regarding these pavers. You guys, if you can, just check these out. They are so cool.
So yeah, we're the Maple Grille, and we thought some maple leaf pavers would be nice. And as we poured all the concrete for everything, whenever we had extra concrete in the truck, I made up some forms out of some scrap metal.
Yeah.
You know, and shaped them up, and then we just set the concrete in it and
I love
stained them. Yeah.
I love it.
Fantastic.
I think it's really neat. It just adds to that homegrown element, you know, because this really truly is how it all began, right here, right?
Correct. Yep. We started outside our first 2 years, 2011, 2012, just cooking during the summer, weather permitting, and just outdoor wood-fired food.
That's so cool. And maple syrup.
And maple syrup. So yeah, it all really started with maple syrup. Hence the Maple Grille, first agricultural product of the season in Michigan.
Yep.
And we built the grill for just cooking maple syrup, and so many people had stopped in, thought we were cooking ribs, brisket, chicken, that as soon as syrup season was over, we slowly transitioned into a restaurant.
I love it.
Yeah, I grew up in a garden.
You did?
Yeah, I've had a garden, I guess, most of my adult life.
Okay.
Since we bought our house. My mom, if I understand it right, they started the 4-H chapter out here when she was a kid. And so that's why when you go inside, you see all the 4-H photos on the
right. Yeah, there is a lot.
Our family's been supporting 4-H forever. Yeah.
And you guys do a lot of tremendous amount of community events and functions and charitable contributions. I remember that one day, what was it, a month ago, we came in and it was so busy. And it was Hemlock Sports, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember what one.
Yeah.
Done so many of them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That really helps, I would imagine. And plus you do it out of pure just desire to help out, right?
Yep.
So we'll start at the hoop house, which when you guys first told me that this was the hoop house, I did not understand. I didn't know they called these hoop houses. I always call them greenhouses. And so this hoop house has underground or in-floor heat, right?
Correct. Yep.
And you want to go on this side too? Ooh, that looks good. You guys just did that.
Yeah, we're always doing something.
Yeah, that's good. So more tomatoes, more lettuce. And then this has sprinklers and in-floor heat, right? So
correct.
It stays, and then you grow it even in the winter.
Yep.
Yep. So tell us more about, wow, look at how this has grown. How much time and energy does it take to manage this?
I don't know, because I'm never out here. I do know that I finished cleaning my syrup buckets at home.
Yeah.
It was right at the end of syrup season. And I came down here and I grabbed a chainsaw and I started cutting trees. This was a wood lot. And I threw it all by hand and rotor tilled everything and put the fence up.
You're kidding. I had no idea you did all this.
April 10th until Memorial Day. So by Memorial Day, this is all planted and fenced up.
That's a huge undertaking in a very short window. And this is before you knew for sure that you were doing the restaurant?
Well, we made the decision that we were going to do it, but we knew this came first.
Gotcha.
This had to get put in to be committed to the concept.
Of the farm to table, which makes total sense. You want to show us around?
Yeah. And this has obviously changed over the years. You know, it started out just a normal garden.
Yep.
And now it's all, a majority of it's drip irrigation, both in ground and I think above some of the small raised beds.
Okay.
All these hoops came in afterwards, which makes it easier for picking all the cucumbers and everything and tomatoes.
Right.
And we do rotate every year, back and forth.
Okay,
Yeah.
for organic.
Yeah, and then rotate, on with this stuff, So last year the squash was up here, now, the peppers were back there.
Which is actually vital when it comes to organic gardening. I don't know if any of our viewers are familiar with organic gardening, but pesticides actually void the soil of nutrients. So when you're organic gardening, it's important to constantly rotate crops. Is that correct?
Yeah, we don't have a huge variety of stuff.
Yeah.
But, we grow what works best for us, because I can go get onions from somebody down the road.
Right.
And it's corn from somebody else. And,
right.
So the volume we grow here suits our needs.
Yep.
And supplement it with everything else from everybody
And you
else.
pretty much really try your best to supplement what you need with local farms.
Correct. Yeah.
And local beef.
Yep.
Like literally from...
Like 3 miles away from Uncle Matt's farm.
Yeah. Okay. And then how does the coop look? Can we just see the chickens?
Yeah, it's a chicken coop.
And one of the roosters, one of them is so pretty.
Before we started the restaurant, I got a small flock of chickens and a mobile coop. And every day I moved the coop across the front of the restaurant there.
Uh-huh.
And I kept moving it back and forth, drawing attention
Sure.
to what
you're doing,
what's
what
going
you're
on here,
offering, yeah.
And I think eventually the township said I can't have the chickens out front or something. I can't remember. So then we just moved them out back. That first year we had just some picnic tables outside.
Yep.
And one of the chickens had gotten loose, and the family was out there eating, and that chicken was just staring at him, and jumps up on the table and grabs the bun off the top of their burger.
You're kidding.
Takes off running. And I just hear everybody over there laughing. I come over, I'm like, is everything all right? And they're like, oh yeah, that chicken just stole my bun. I go, do you want me to cook you something else? And they're like, no, this just made
the experience.
Made the experience. And, they didn't want anything else. I want nothing in return. They're like, that was cool.
That's funny.
Like, we know we're eating real food here.
Oh yeah.
So
that's for sure. What made you decide when you opened your restaurant that you would solely cook with wood? No other form of power or, heat or whatever? Is it just from your history as a kid or?
Yeah, history as a kid. Like I said, I've only cooked with wood at home. I don't like the taste of charcoal.
Uh-huh.
Lump charcoals, I guess, are right. And just propane, just never felt the need to cook with propane.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of, I think with sustainability, because it's renewable resource wood. Keeps growing. You don't have to rely on an energy company to bring it to you.
Right.
Somebody to bring it. You just walk out back if you have that.
Yep.
If you have that option to pick wood in your backyard.
Sure.
And so that's kind of where I've always kept with the whole wood thing.
I love it. And you guys are very into renewable. I was telling somebody that in my previous world, pre-children and all that, I actually used to run hospitality places and I was a troubleshooter. And anyway, I would never think of the stuff you guys have thought of to do here, ever. My brain just doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, because I kind of wish it did. But like, for instance, your compost, which we'll talk about in a minute. I mean, I just feel like you have taken everything that you do and you naturally recycle it. So that's why I tell people this is literally an all-encompassing, perfectly functioning, thriving mini ecosystem. Because I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, and it kind of started when I worked in other restaurants. I used to take home buckets of vegetable scraps.
Did you?
I had a compost pile in my backyard.
Wow. That's so funny. And here it is.
But here's the compost.
Speaking of the compost, that's huge. I had no idea your uncle made that. That's pretty cool.
If you do this right, I don't touch this very often.
So you just spin it?
It rotates. It's got like an auger in it. Keep moving stuff towards the end.
Okay. And then out it comes.
Out it goes.
Wow.
We have another one that's almost done being built. It's going to sit there so you can really go back and forth.
So cool.
Between the two. We knew eventually we were going to need a liquor license, beer license. It's kind of the part of the whole restaurant thing.
Yeah.
We instantly, instead of going and paying somebody for a license, we decided, well, we already make everything in-house as much as we can. Let's make our beer in-house.
Okay. Do you want to show us the brew tanks?
Straight up in here.
Oh, the butterfly. And these are Psycho Brew, so it's my understanding, I'm not real familiar with them, but somebody once told me that these are extremely high-end, expensive, and they're Michigan-made.
Yep, made right in Michigan. I think it's what, Greenville. You see this one's fermenting pretty heavy right now. So,
yep.
That's just what they do. They bubble up, boil over.
Okay.
But these are all kind of their standard brew kettles or fermenters they make. Along with their mash tun. But the wood-fired kettle on the end that was custom built for us.
Oh, really?
You know, so you can see it's trapped in that giant concrete base there.
Yep.
And you feed the fire from the outside.
Wow. And that Psycho Brew made that for you?
Yes, they did.
Wow, that's impressive.
Cool. This is all fully insulated, AC heated, on-demand water heater.
Nice.
We also have another fermenter inside.
Okay. And then I see you have your line here. Hemlock Haze, Lens Pale, and then Keen Sunset Blonde.
Yep.
Ooh.
I assume that's made of Dan Keen's honey, local honey.
Oh, yeah. I saw him. Is he the beekeeper?
Bee guy, yep.
I love that. There's bees on the property. And that helps pollinate all of the vegetation. Just one more example of a true farm to table. How many people stop here on their way up north or coming back from up north or just make a diversion that you know about?
A lot. We were blown away this week by how many new people came into the restaurant. It was like well over 50%.
Of new traffic.
I felt like it was over 50% this week.
Wow.
And it's easy to tell because of the way we operate. You got to walk in and be like, oh, have you been here before? Because you got to tell them the routine.
But that's what makes it so cool.
It does, yes.
Anyway, will you show us in?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Fortunate that my dad, my grandpa, and their partner built this back in the late 80s for their construction company. And
the building, you mean?
The building, yeah. And as I got fired from my job and we started doing maple syrup out front, it just was like, all right, let's transition this into a restaurant.
Okay. And that was because people were asking, right? So you felt that there was a true niche that you could fill.
There was, yep, absolutely.
Okay. So this was, I think you guys added to it though, right? Like this wasn't already all existing.
Everything you see was existing, yeah.
It was,
This is the building's all original still. We did add, some bathrooms out here, the staircase. But there was a previous loft up there for some stuff.
Okay.
Like you see, but the original footprint's been the same.
Okay.
Except for the addition of the brewery.
Nice. And I think when I was here, I think your mom told me this was the desk. This was the front. This was the entry, and that was a desk that actually was being utilized.
Yep. There's a desk right here when you walked in. Construction company and a couple offices, and then the whole dining room back there was all the construction equipment and tools. And
well, that was huge right there. Just having a location.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could not have done it without it.
Yeah, I bet. And you have lots of wood. So tell me about this.
So we burn probably just over a face cord a day. These are about a face cord. These are about roughly half a face cord carts. We rotate them in from outside. And it's more important during the winter when everything's snowy. Or depending on how dry the wood is.
Sure.
I found that if it's too dry, it burns too fast and too hot. If it's too wet, it doesn't burn enough. There's a happy medium.
Which is interesting.
Yes. And it's unique that when you see the grill inside, we're able to cook over real live fire instead of just coals. Because the fan on the roof is pulling the flames from directly heating and burning food. And we rotate the wood carts through the dozen cables out there we have. They'll have wood carts underneath them. So we just kind of keep tracking as we rotate the wood, that way it comes in.
So whose idea was it to create furniture that could be reusable and multi-purposing?
It was mine. And like you can see, these were the original H-frames that all the construction equipment was stored on.
Oh my gosh.
So as we broke those down, we welded these into these carts. And had my Uncle Terry build tops for them.
Definitely a thinker, Josh, because I would not have come up with all that. I'm telling you. You have guests that bring you items, artifacts from family and
just random stuff. And
like, isn't a scale from somebody? if I remember
the
correctly.
scale came from someone.
And
Yeah.
you're nice enough to continue to display it.
Yeah, and then the Maple Avenue sign. Somebody came in and goes, "You got $40?" I go, "For what?" He goes, "I got something you want."
That's awesome.
So-
and it works perfectly.
Sometimes I pay for the stuff. Sometimes it's just a gift to us.
Right,
Very
right.
fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Tell me about the farm to table aspect. So no freezer that you use for meats or anything for
No,
that matter.
I mean, some of
just
our
your ice cream.
Yep, just our ice cream. Some of our stuff gets frozen. The fishing season ends, so I do bring some frozen fishing from the Great Lakes. It's hard to raise chickens through the winter,
Yeah.
and so they raise a bunch through the summer, and they'll batch freeze them.
Okay.
So during there's time periods where some of the protein has been frozen,
Mm-hmm.
but 80% of the time it's always been fresh.
Nice. And then no microwave. Can I say it again? No microwave. The food comes out hot, it gets served, and that's the end of it.
Yep.
I love it. And then show us around in the kitchen. I mean, not the kitchen, but just like the grill and all the wood areas what it does.
All right,
Just 'cause
so
I'm curious.
this is the grill, designed after the grill outside,
Okay.
designed after how I was cooking syrup in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really how it all started. I had just a little pan, and I ran a flue along the ground and into an old smoker.
Okay.
And so I was cooking maple syrup and I was smoking, I think, a pork part at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And so you just kind of dual purpose stuff. Built this, it's all masonry all the way through the roof. There's the fan draw on it. So everything's cooked right here. There's this red door over here, that's the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
It's gently, I call it gently smoked. There's hardly ever an offensive amount of smoke in anything.
I can tell you right now, I do not like smoke food almost at all. And I've never, ever had anything here that I didn't absolutely love.
And then on the opposite side over there is the wood fire pizza oven. But yeah, you can see it's all just wood fired right here. So we don't have any stoves or ovens in the back either. Like anything that we cook is cooked on this grill.
Right.
All our potato salad, anything that got cooked, beans,
Mm-hmm.
squash, everything's right here on this grill.
These are all the beers that you guys have had and or do have currently when it's available, right?
Yep.
And did you make those? Who made those?
Then a combination of, Sid that used to work here
Mm-hmm.
when we first started brewing, she made some of these.
Okay.
My wife made some. The guy I went to school with made some. Brother Don, he pours our beers 3 days a week. He
Okay.
made his own personal one for his beer.
Nice. Because he had one named after him.
Yep. And Frank's helped out, made a bunch of them. And my dad's drawn a few of them up. And we got 3 that were like actually hand carved, which are like gorgeous from another customer who's brought
That
this
is
in.
really nice.
He goes, "Hey," he
Wow.
goes, "I got something for you."
I love them. And look at her.
Yeah.
Grandma's Stout. So what's your favorite aspect of your restaurant? What do you love the most about it?
Just the food, I guess. I like to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a foodie. And I like to cook what I like to eat. I like to serve what I like to eat. And so that's just, I get to eat what I feel like eating throughout the day.
And is your menu based on what you feel like that day? Do you ever
No.
have that situation?
No, it's just based off what we can get.
Okay.
What we have available. What produce is coming out of the garden. In the off season, in the winter, what vegetables I'm going to decide to get.
Mm-hmm.
And we've, changed over the years. There's things I used to do that I don't do anymore just because I kind of either forgot about them or whatever, because nothing's really been a staple on the menu.
Right.
The steaks, burgers, chicken quarters, all that. And so everything's been the same. There's been some few items that rotate.
I'll never forget when I had your steak tartare
Oh, yeah,
for the
that
very
was-
first time. Wow.
One of my favorite things to eat.
Oh, it was delicious.
Yes.
I've never had steak tartare until I had yours. So I'm probably ruined for life
Yep.
for all the other steak tartares. In the future for the Maple Grill.
Well, I was just telling you, I think this is like one of our busiest weeks we've had. Like, we just keep getting busier and busier. Where I talked to a lot of other local restaurant owners, and typically during the summer they're slower,
Mm-hmm.
and just because everybody's up north.
Right.
But like you said, we are a destination restaurant, so the amount of people just driving through from up north, they're going back south. On top of the big project that's going on in Hemlock right now,
Mm-hmm.
all the HSE expansion
Yep.
and the Dow, whatever it all is, all over my head.
Yep.
But it's a massive project.
It is.
And
I
there's
think it's going to bring a lot of new people.
a ton of new people in the area right now already for it.
Mm-hmm.
They come out and support us every day for lunch, dinner,
And I see you have people coming and going constantly
all day long.
to see if you're open.
See if we're open. Yep.
Because you're closed on Sundays, you're closed on Mondays.
Yep.
And then you're open from,
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
okay.
And so we skip breakfast. We missed the whole breakfast crowd.
Mm-hmm.
We missed the late night crowd. I was told that we're never going to make it. Other people in the business, you don't got French fries, you don't have Bud Light, and you don't have TVs. Where's your Club Kino at? You know, like, you don't need that stuff to survive. I never understood why you need all that stuff for a restaurant to survive and be successful.
Yeah.
I never understood the draw for all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to eat something that I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Go out to eat.
You've done as much as you can and want to do here.
I have. I've done everything I set out to accomplish.
Nice. And so now I think what we're saying is that Josh is ready to hand over the reins to a prospective new buyer. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, if you take this on, you are taking on quite the legacy. And yeah, it's big shoes to fill, but man, is it worth it?
Only size 10. Right?
Only size 10.
Yep.
Cheers to that. And then you have nothing else.
Yep.
But it was good. If you'd like to check this out or if you are interested in potentially purchasing this magnificent restaurant and brewery, make sure you contact us.